All right, so we are doing our leader call tonight. Welcome, everyone. We're super excited to kind of get this going. We're meet of the month after our team call, and unless it's a holiday or something like that. So glad to see so many of you guys on. Tonight we want to talk about a couple of things. We want to talk about the next few months organizing for our shred previews, the shred programs, getting volunteers to equip your teams to help lead. And even if you don't have a really large team yet, you can still partner. We can connect people that might want to group together and lead together. We're going to talk about the PlantStrong website and some updates Casey has made. She's been a rock star. I don't know how she's doing it, like pregnant and about to have a baby and updating websites and handling her whole team and growing her business. So she's been amazing. So she's going to walk us through that. And then we're also going to look at the Google Sheets that she created for organizing just kind of the shred stuff. And then we can talk about any other things that you guys want to address or think would be important to share. So Casey, do you want to pull up the Google Doc?
Yep.
Do all of you guys have this? I'm trying to see. If you haven't been invited, why don't you let us know right now so I can take your name down and make sure that you get added?
I don't think I have it. Yeah, probably not. Just guessing.
How about
I don't have it either.
Will you share your emails
in the chat?
In the chat? Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
On our Box or leadership chat, and we'll make sure to get you added to it.
Oh.
Okay.
Or you can do it, yeah. Okay. Anyone else?
I'm not on it either.
I'm not either. I am either.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Nicole, Carrie, is that you?
Nope. Yep.
Okay.
And Jamie.
Jen's not either.
Christina.
Christina. So Jillian put her email in the chat right there.
I did too. I don't think I'm on there. This is Jenny. I don't know why my video is not working. Sorry, guys.
So the big thing is, I'm pulling up the chat, is that it has to be a Gmail. So make sure you're sharing your Gmail with us.
Can other people not see it?
I think you can.
I think you can.
Yeah, you can go. Anybody can go and see it.
Yeah.
It's just they have to be invited to edit it to actually get their names in.
Mine says an alumni account, but it's run by Gmail. So
Okay.
Mine too.
I've had other people. Yeah, that was Jamie. Told me that.
Yeah, so basically, guys, what we have here is we wanted to create a way for us to just take initiative to run these for the rest of the year, since obviously we all can take a look at our schedule months ahead of time and figure out what big rocks in our life we have going on that may keep us from being able to host. So those that can host, that don't have those big rocks, that you can step in and host. And so essentially the sign-up sheet is to allow people to sign up and host the Shred 10, which I just have to say kudos to Jenny's team right now. They're killing it. It's awesome. And then also, so you'll notice on this first column, it's Shred 10 dates. The second column is the Shred preview dates. And so I know that it's been kind of like questionable as to and I'm actually going to, I think, tweak this a little bit, because originally we had talked about if you're hosting the preview, you're hosting the shred, and that's not going to be the case. So I'm going to tweak this a little bit and move things over. But essentially, we've had some lack of engagement in previous previews and in shred 10s. And so we're trying to come up with the best system. And so Michelle and I were speaking about the preview that I just hosted, and I personally feel like it's been the best preview in terms of content and variety of things that are done, how I kind of like set it up. But I would love feedback if you feel like it was missing something, and same thing goes for these shred groups. So we want to, open it up to if you think something is missing in the shred preview, or you want to see something better in our shred 10 groups, month to month.
Awesome. So right now, obviously, Trisha's team is kind of on par to do the later June one that starts after Father's Day. So I'd really like to get the July and August. Get hosts for July and August, so we're kind of squared away for the next few months. Does anyone know that they would be able to host either or and get their team to kind of rally behind that? Or does anyone want to partner with someone else to help to co-host it?
Oh, wait, sorry, I missed that. Are you talking about July?
July and August, both either or.
We might, we can take July.
Awesome. Oh, I was trying to edit it, Casey. I forgot it's your screen, not mine.
Oh, okay. Who was that? Was that Jenny?
Yeah, sorry guys, my video is not working for whatever reason.
Oh, and something I wanted to say, guys, is what's going to happen with the shred preview of what I just did is I am going to script it completely. You'll have to fill in the gaps by planning on who's going to come and share their stories, but everything else is going to be planned based on time, script, and everything. And I'll give you ideas why we should have these kind of stories. Because if you look at the shred preview, I really try to get as big variety of stories as possible. And I kept the event to literally less than 24 hours to keep the content up and running. So just know, I just want to make that point, don't be scared to host a shred preview because it's literally going to be so copy and pasteable.
I can do the June shred preview, June 25th and 26th, I believe. Let me just double check something.
And all of these dates, just FYI, Michelle, I put them in with an asterisk just to make sure those dates were good.
Yeah, I can do those and get some people to help me. Cool. Or if anyone wants to do it with me.
I was going to say, as far as the previews go, for any of the previews, I'm always available to share a story for being a type 1 diabetic. But I was going to suggest, as far as that goes, there's kind of a big difference between type 1 and type 2 diabetes. So as far as diabetes goes, I don't know if any of you have any customers or anything that have type 2 diabetes. I'm kind of not educated on that because I'm a type 1 diabetic. So it's kind of really different. So if any of you have any customers or anything that could share on that, that would be awesome, because I feel like I'm kind of losing people when it comes to that when I share my story as far as being a type 1. So
and if you feel like there's a stronger part of your story, Shasta, and you just want to slip that in as part of it, that's fine too. You don't always have to share on that topic.
Okay.
Yeah. Who wants to host in August for the August shred and the July 23rd, 24th preview? Anyone?
I can't do August, but I can do the September and the late August preview.
Okay. No, that's Nicole.
You said the late August preview as well, Nicole?
Yeah, I can do that.
Cool.
Hey, Michelle, we'll sign up for August again. I mean, you kind of know where I'm at with reaching some big goals, hopefully by August and September. So I feel like doing them back to back for our team would be really helpful. And then maybe we'll take a little break in there for a while.
Perfect. Can someone volunteer for the end of July preview? The 1 day thing, 1 or 2 days. We talked about making the shred preview just 1 day, I think.
Yeah, so basically it'll just be, the shred preview will just be the night before, and then it'll run only 1 day. And if you guys saw that I did a closing post, I think 2 days later, and that's it. So I kept the shred preview a week long so that people could still add people.
Right, I like that. But having the content done.
Yep.
So that would be when you're hosting the shred preview, you're just setting it up and you're helping facilitate people to share their stories, and you're going to be maybe using Post My Party or, assigning some people to do some static posts, right, Casey? You had like, how many would you say static posts there are?
Yeah, so there was only 16 total posts, and that included stories. So
Okay.
there really isn't a ton of static posts. I actually really suggest just one person posting because you're going to have multiple people coming in stories. But because like I said, I think there's maybe like 5 or 6 actual static posts, and the rest was all story sharing.
Gotcha. So can anyone do the July 23rd, 24th?
And know too, guys, that if you're not quite sure and you just want to do it, and that Michelle is willing to help like guide you through the process. But like I'm actually gonna even do a tutorial video of how to run this, so it's gonna get real easy, real duplicatable, real fast.
I'll do it. I need to do it. I'll do it.
Awesome,
Shasta? Awesome.
Shasta, why can't I think of your last name, girl?
It's Crumb without the B.
I never actually thought of that when I heard your name. Isn't that funny? I never thought that. That's awesome. Okay, cool. And then later on, we'll schedule out through the rest of the year. So I think that's a really good start. So write down your dates, and that way you can get your teams prepped ahead of time. And the beauty of this is we all know what the dates are. We all know when the previews are now, and we can disseminate this information to our teams and make sure that everyone's plugging in. Because I think in the past it's been like happening so fast and such short lead times that, we're busy and we don't get to plug everyone in or invite to the things that, we know would help our business. Okay, awesome. Okay, anyone have questions or thoughts on that? Anyone on that, or about like what you are liking about the shred groups lately? I think Jenny's team, like Casey said, are doing amazing. I keep loving like all the new things that I'm seeing. I don't know if Jenny, if you want to share any, since some people may not be like, have checked everything, the last shred or this one, do you want to share any of the updates that changes you guys have made in the last shred or two?
Can I ask a question really quick too before we leave off that calendar? I think something that I tried to do better this time and not so great in the past, it would be awesome if on that calendar we kind of put like, this is kind of your last day to order, like, helping our teammates. Like, you probably want to post something today about shred coming up in a week, just trying to be a little bit more duplicatable for people so that they can also post about it, because like you said, we know it's coming up. It'd be great if we can kind of model that for teammates and have it ready, not just the day before put up a post and it's like, this is happening tomorrow. I just feel like most people don't look at Facebook like even a tenth of how often we do, so it helps to be more consistent and a little bit more planned out.
I love that. Yeah, we can definitely work on updating that with the deadline date for orders.
Yeah, because then I feel like if it's team-wide, then, everyone's doing the same thing and people aren't rushing and it's just not getting all crazy. So I completely agree.
We got enough crazy.
Going on in our lives.
I love you, Jillian.
All right. Crazy for most people, so I'll take care of your crazy.
Okay, Jenny, do you remember my question?
Yes. Okay. So what we really came up with, and honestly, it's not really all me at all. It was definitely Christina and Jillian and Jenna. We kind of talked about this idea of front-loading information. So if you guys notice, we really start on the Friday before the shred starts, and we do one of the things we started at last shred, and Christina duplicated it again this shred. It's kind of like an introduction to the shred, and not really like the guidelines, but actually an introduction to all the resources, because there's so many resources. So we were like, it's in the description. Here's what it looks like. We like share our screen. It's a live video so people can see like the meal plans and the cookbooks, and thought that went really well. We also just did kind of a series of other front-loading information. So we did kind of like what's on your plate for breakfast, what's on your plate for lunch, what's on your plate for dinner. We're hoping that people can kind of catch on and like use that to come back to when they're looking for different ideas, particularly if they're a shredder who has done this multiple times and they're like getting a little, just burned out on the cookbook or something, that they could go there. And then we really love we notice a lot of people love the swaps and substitution videos of kind of the classic, what are swaps and substitutions for the big refined sugar, caffeine, all that good stuff. And then this idea that we're doing right now seriously came together like within the last week. I kind of came up with it a little bit out of nowhere, but I feel like it's going really well, and that is to do live workouts. So I felt like it could maybe take the shred to the next level and really, I need that. I need to actually focus on exercise. So maybe it came from a little selfishly, but it also really allowed us to ask a few brand new teammates who haven't done anything to take a little bit of a leadership role. So I asked one of my teammates, Nina, who's brand new. Jillian asked one of her new teammates, and they've really stepped it up, and it's been phenomenal. We asked 5 people to commit to 2 workouts. They could pick their days, they could pick their times, they could pick the style, and it just worked super well. We had a couple of people doing yoga to mix it up, a lot of people doing strength and cardio. Obviously we're one day in, so we'll see at the end, but I do feel like people are really liking it, and it's kind of upping the engagement factor, because then we're encouraging people to take sweaty selfies and post it in the comments. And then, once we've really front loaded all the information, we really just want to focus on people engaging with each other and feeling really comfortable posting their own successes and wins. So I feel like it's been going really well. It's really helpful that all of you guys are in there, and like everyone's just kind of naturally engaging and sharing on their own. But the live workouts, people seem to be very intrigued with that, and we're just really happy that it came together.
Awesome. I really appreciate that. And I just wanted to write them down so that, people that are doing them in the future that are leading, they can have some ideas if they want to do some of the similar things.
And then another thing I didn't hear you mention, Jenny, is like, I know each time in the last couple months, someone has done like Costco finds, or what I was just going to say that for, at a big store that's like common for people around the country. So I think Jenny and Christina both did Costco these last 2 times. And people really liked that, or they started asking like, hey, where'd you find that? Trader Joe's, or, stuff like that. And then like I hopped on today and just kind of reminded people to look back at all of the front loaded stuff too, and to make sure they commented and stuff. So yeah, I think that's been really helpful to have a couple, and we try to keep them fairly short so that people stayed interested. Otherwise, I know I kind of stopped paying attention to videos after a couple minutes. So everyone I've talked to said they've really liked the format the last couple times that we did too, that it was helpful.
Perfect. I wish they could let you fast forward, do videos on like extra time, like voice messages, where you can do like 2 times or 3 times. That would be awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I have 2 questions that are related to this topic. First question, I know now in groups you're allowed to do multiple pinned posts. Do we know if events allow you to do multiple pinned posts? Like how our groups have like, this is the pinned post at the top, the most important, that's, here all the time. Do we know if events will let us do that? Because I was thinking the front loaded stuff could be pinned if you could do multiple, but I don't know.
I can, was it Christina? If her friend doesn't know, I can ask Caleb and see if he knows.
I don't think you can pin anything. If you go and look, if anyone's on their phone or computer, there isn't. I don't see an option to pin something.
Pin in events, because I pinned that post like when I did the closeout post.
Yeah, you can pin 1. I know for sure you can pin 1 in events. I don't I've never seen that you've been able to pin multiple because it always asks you to replace the pin.
Right. I haven't tried it recently in an event, so that's what I was asking, but I just learned that recently that you can do multiple. Facebook sent me a pop-up saying like, you can now do multiple pin post in groups. And so I was in a group. That's why it said that. So I don't know.
I think what's really helpful if you want people to see something, what I found is you just tag them in the comments. So like if you go back and look at the video I did or the one Jenny did, I literally like put all 13 of my shredders, just tag them right there, because the way the algorithm works, like if you're not engaging with the group or the event, then it's not going to pop up on your feed. So you'll notice like the things that you look at most frequently are what you're getting notifications for. And if you go into another group that you're part of, you'll see like there's probably like 15, 20 posts that you don't even know happened because you're not engaging with it. So that's the one thing about a group is like if I'm doing the shred now, but I'm not doing it next time, then it's just a little hard. It may be annoying at first because I'm going to be getting all these notifications, but I'm going to be ignoring them. And so eventually Facebook will get that and it'll stop showing me everything from that group.
Yeah. And I get that. I was just thinking, because not everyone knows to do that or will, do that. And so I do that. But I was just thinking like, if that is an option, it could be a good way just to keep it where even if someone that knows to go tag people, but what if it's day 5 and, all that stuff is like really far down? That's what I was just thinking, like if there's a way to keep it at the top. So I don't know.
My other thought too is like when I'm in a group, sometimes I have a hard time. I feel like the pin post is kind of hard to see unless you're on a computer. I don't know if anyone else has that.
I think they changed that, but I don't know.
Yeah. I have to look for it and click on it when I'm on my phone, which I'm usually the one on my phone. I don't do Facebook on my computer. So
do we have any pin posts on our event currently or no?
No.
Okay. Yeah, because I thought that they changed it.
I'll go check the preview that I did and see if it.
Okay. I was wondering, have any of you noticed in groups if you've been notified of? It's not. I don't know if they changed the name of pin posts to notifications or announcements, but I noticed in the private group that I run, there's like a thing where I can make it an announcement, and it puts like a megaphone emoticon by it. So I don't know, Christina, have you noticed that? Because I don't know if that's something different or if that's just in replacement of pinned posts or what that is.
No, sorry, I'm not sure, and I'm not a Facebook expert. But I also know that like Facebook just is going through a lawsuit right now with the government, and so they changed all of their notifications. So they're prioritizing people and not groups and events anymore. So
okay.
I mean, it's just, I think what it takes is getting people in the beginning of a group to really engage with it, like to look at the stuff you're posting, to make sure that like you're replying to them just the more it's popping up. So, every time someone likes something, someone comments something, if you comment on a post, anytime anyone else comments on a post, it's going to give you a notification. That's just how Facebook works. And the more like, they're sending you notifications, and the more you're engaging with them, the more and more they're going to send you until, something can be the majority of your feed. And so it's just getting people in the beginning to engage with it, and then it'll pop up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that brings me to my next question. Are we happy continuing doing events, or do we want to try a group at some point? What do you guys? I'm unbiased. I don't really have a preference, so I would just want to know from you guys.
I think we're going to try to do it during the summer, since summer, July may be like a quieter time versus August, to just compare and see, or even this next one. I think it's worth trying to see if it's a notifications thing or whatnot, and if we hate it, then we just don't do it. Kind of how I feel like I've learned my business. I just trialed half of my problems and figured out what doesn't work.
Anyone else?
I don't know. I feel like with groups, it's just that, or I should say events, it's just like when you send an invite, sometimes people see it and they just say, no, I can't go, because I feel like some people think that they physically have to be at an event, whereas with a group, they might turn the notifications off, but they're still in the group. So they might see the notification later on, just scrolling through their news feed. So I don't know. I guess it's hard to say with the whole thing with Facebook going through lawsuits and stuff like that, but I don't know. I mean, from my experience, I've just felt like people have ignored an invite to an event, but will accept an invite to be inside of a group.
Right, because when you add someone to a group, they don't have to click going.
Right.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
They're just in it.
So I feel like if we had a group and there could be posts in there that people would actually be interested in engaging with, they might end up seeing the posts inside of the group more often and then see all of the other posts that are in there, as opposed to being in an event that only lasts for 2 weeks and then it's over and then you've lost them.
The only other thing I would say that I've noticed, so I'm in a couple mom playdate groups, and we purposely made them that way, that they're groups, so we all stay in there, and then we create events within, so exactly what we're talking about, right? So group, and then you create an event. Those events do not show up in your calendar on your notifications. That happened to me today. So like I'm in this playdate group. I know we're supposed to be going to the splash pad on Monday. I went to my calendar on Facebook and I was like, what time was it? Scrolling. It's not there. You have to know how to go back into the group, find the event, and then click going. It will not show up on your calendar. And I feel like that might be a big problem of people totally missing events, and then we're trying to chase more people down. I don't know. That's happened to me several times now. And I also worry that this has happened a couple times now with just a few newer people on our team where, kind of customer control of who is actually a shredder, who is actually a customer, someone who's like continuing to order that they didn't cancel or didn't decline. Like, are people actually going to be taking their people out, or then a bunch of people accessing, because once you're in a group, you can accept anything. But then are we going to be giving a whole bunch of stuff away for free if people aren't paying attention? I kind of worry where that might go. I mean, I like the idea of the ease of it. I just don't know, because I know we tried it last year and then we kind of stopped doing it too. I'm still in that group for 10-day shredders.
Yeah. I mean, there's pros and cons to both. I mean, I like not having to be like, hey, did you see the invite? Did you accept the invite? Hey, can you go check? Here's a screenshot of what it looks like. Here's the link. Can you please accept it, But, I mean, the people who want it are going to do it. So it's kind of, I don't know. I don't know if we came to a consensus.
I'm sorry, just thrown in there too. My other thought with a group too is like, are we going to have all of us be admins, or how are we going to control who's being added, who gets approved to be added, who's being taken out? I think it could get really messy is my only other thing too. Like,
well,
how does the whole
can invite to either like event or group, right? I mean, unless you make it a admin only, you can invite, because right? Anyone can invite to a group. Okay. You can make it that way.
Yeah, you can invite anyone to a group.
Okay.
Or you can say only hosts, right? Or admin.
Something else we've been doing that I think I've been doing that's been really helpful is I send an email to all my shredders, and in that email I put the link. I say, make sure to join our Facebook group. We have lots of resources here. I put the link for the Facebook group, and then they have it, because some things get lost in Facebook, but yeah. I've had a pretty much 90% of people who are doing our events they end up in the event group. But it's something I tell them, I'm going to invite you to an event.
Yeah.
This is the event link. Like, make sure you join the event. Like, we're telling them it's important information, then we're giving them important information. And so I think we have a ton of engagement and people posting. So I don't know. I'm not sure. If it's not broken, why fix it is my opinion, but I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I do send an email to all my shredders with the resources because I think it's easier than having them download it from the Facebook page. But I say like, hey, I invited you to this event. Please click going, but I haven't put the link. So that's a good idea to add that to my email. Cool. Well, we'll keep it an event for now, and we'll reevaluate next month when we do our Monday night, our leader call. So quickly, Casey, do you want to jump on, or do you want me to?
No, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. We're going to just walk you through very high level, quickly, the changes and updates, additional updates to PlantStrong from our last update.
Yeah, so essentially, guys, the goal is that our team Facebook page is a place to celebrate, a place to really just give people attention and kudos, and that our PlantStrong Life website is essentially our one-stop shop resource. Now that we've got the Freedom Revolution and the Healthy Living Revolution website, we wanted this space to be a place where everybody can come here and they're always going to have access to these outside resources. And so if you haven't gotten the chance to go through, just take the time to go through the site. But I've really taken a lot of this stuff out, or I've condensed it to things that are most important. A couple of key highlights is, if you're going to our mission, you go to launch your franchise. I have added a couple of additional resources. I have added the link to, come on. I've added the link for Rise of the Entrepreneur. I think something's going on with my internet.
I can try to do mine if yours doesn't.
Yeah. You want to go for it?
Yeah, I had no internet out there, but I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Hold on. Just a second. Let me get it.
Oh, I'm good now. It's just really weird. Okay.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yep. Okay, so I have added a couple of additional resources. So, this is the one-stop shop for someone who's starting their business to come to, and first getting access to the Freedom Revolution, set up a strategy call, DMO. I haven't put a DMO link here because I don't want to overwhelm people. I will be putting some elsewhere, so that's soon to come. But I've added Rise of the Entrepreneur. I think it's just a no-brainer way to build people's belief in the industry, and they can go watch that. And then I've also added Overcoming Objections, and there's just some good additional things down here. Customer care steps, which will take them straight to our customer care page on PlantStrong Life. Verbiage templates. If you guys have verbiage that's working really well, please feel free to send it to our leadership chat. I'd love to add it. The more the merrier. I think everybody needs different flavors. So, stuff that I'm doing doesn't mean it works for everybody. So then you go to the members only area, and we have changed quite a bit of the drop down. So the goal is that, and I love coming off of this call with Michael Hecht, because everything that Michael just shared is literally what Michelle and I want to really drive home for our teams and for you guys, is building our teammates strong paychecks and getting them customer qualified as quickly as possible. Qualified and then customer qualified as quickly as possible. So one of my biggest takeaways this weekend at Branson Bootcamp was truly paychecks over promotions, because I know, or paychecks over positions. So he talked a little bit about positions and moving up in the company, but essentially what really builds our paychecks, it's by helping people HLP 2000 plus qualify, customer qualify, and then them doing the same thing with people down the line. So, and frontlining doing that. So what we have done is this link is, once they've hit their 2000 plus, they can go here and it'll say you've achieved your 2000 plus, now what? So congrats, you got a 14% commission. What do you do next? Your focus is to get customer qualified while simultaneously, just like Michael Hecht said, helping others achieve their first 2 promotions, HLP and 2000 plus. This will help you move up the marketing plan, but check out this video for learning about what paycheck over positions means. So we will have a video coming out soon, kind of breaking down really what Michael just shared in a more simple, shortened version of why focusing on your paycheck over just moving up the positions in the company. And as you know, I personally have experienced, you know, just because I'm a QNMD, you know, I laugh because last year I was almost an NMD 14 club, and as a QNMD more solid 12 club, my paycheck this month has almost surpassed what my paycheck was as almost an NMD last year, because my structure was horrible. And I learned that the hard way. So it was just really cool. It's just been a really big eye opener for me. And that's why Michelle and I both have experience. We want to really drive this home for you guys. We've done the mistakes. Let us be the only ones. So what is qualifying your business? Importance of qualifying your business. A customer qualified income breakdown. This is a short video I did breaking down. So Jenny, this is a great video for those people wondering why they should get qualified. A great 8-minute video for them to watch. And then income growth potential by duplicating into club levels. And I know, and someone asked about that. You know, the reality is that if you're duplicating club levels, customer qualified, these numbers are very accurate. Just saying. Again, members only. We have changed some stuff. The goal, again, is taking as much stuff of the content and the files off Facebook or Dropbox and bringing it to here. So all of the amazing stuff that you guys have put into the event resources, it's going to come to this page. If you ever have an event resource that's streamlined and it's working well, let us know, and we want to get it here. So this is going to continue to get updated. It's not really touched yet, but it will be. Customer care. You have a teammate who's like, okay, I've got all these customers. What do I do next? They can come straight here, and they have there's a customer care training one-on-one that we've done a while back. It's wonderful still. Go through these on their getting started call with their customers or with their customers. This is a brand new questionnaire that our company has come out with from the Freedom Revolution. It's phenomenal. It is not only is a questionnaire, but it takes you through day 1, day 10, day 30, day 60, day 90. So it's just a really phenomenal tool. Additional resources. Back to up here, I just want to make a couple points. I'm not going to go through these pages, but this page used to be team building resources. It's now going to be personal growth and additional resources. So just anything we feel really gives good value to the business. Podcasts, books that we've read that are just really powerful to build their belief and build into the industry. The business and marketing plan. So as you guys see, there's no more DDs, VFs, sales coordinators. It's all in this space. So we have all of the things to fast track, or for like fast track sales coordinator roadmap. But again, I'm not going to take time to go through this paragraph, but we want to drive home paycheck over positions. And so some people get so focused on the marketing plan and moving up the marketing plan that they're not focused on their paycheck. And so we want to really drive home how important it is to focus on the things that are going to build your paycheck. Product stories and videos. This is getting updated as well. This has got linked to all of our awesome resources now with the Healthy Living Revolution Live, with the corporate product FAQ videos on the Freedom Revolution, with our amazing YouTube channel, the Mission Driven Model. We wanted to have one place where all the videos can be shown. More stories. We'll have a Campbell team link here. I will be updating Tower Garden stuff, as we've just had some really great conversations on Boxer with Tower Garden. That's all I got. Pretty updated. If you guys have any questions, I'd love to answer any questions that you have, or any thoughts of anything that should be added. Perfect.
It looks like Trisha has a star and a halo on her head.
It does. I know. That's all.
She's an angel. All right. Well, thank you, Casey, for going through that and all your hard work. It's amazing. And it's so awesome that we can just funnel our people to one place and they can access the Freedom Revolution and everything from one resource. And so we're very grateful that our team has that. And it just looks really professional. And if people are thinking about joining different companies and different teams, and you can go to them and say, we have this great system and here you can check it out, like it's so helpful for new people just to have everything right in one spot. So we're super grateful. Excited about the shreds and the previews that are coming up. And thank you guys for volunteering. I know it's going to really help your business to get your team engaged, and it's going to help our team as a whole. So my just challenge to give to you guys tonight is what Michael said. His definition of leadership is to serve. So go this week and look for ways to serve your team, and then to serve others by inviting them to join our amazing community. Have a good night, guys. Bye.